Hello, love. So here we are. We are gaining lightness from Eve's Eden. And I've got for you a recipe and a remedy for every malady that weighs us down. Okay? So, the very first, most important recipe to begin this show is Divine Essence Love Water. Okay, so here we go. Love water. We know that water is a living being, but what we don't realize is that most of us are drinking water that has died, broken-hearted water, polluted water, the water spirit herself no longer present. It's just like a corpse, as if a body is there, but not the spirit. So, but the amazing thing about water, darling, is that water, well, nothing can really destroy water. So it's the one element that goes from solid, if it's frozen, to vapor, if it's steam, to flowing, right? So fire can't destroy it because it becomes steam. Ice, freezing temperatures can't destroy it. It just becomes solid. The earth can't destroy it. It just holds it. It keeps moving, right? So, and then if it becomes steam, well, it comes back down as cloud, rainfall. So the essence of water is this huge spirit that now scientists are saying they can see that stars are even born in wombs of water. That makes it a bigger deity than fire. But we know that we're like, our bodies are something like, what, 75% water or something like that. But we're not drinking enough water, and no wonder, because water is not living most of the time. It's polluted, or if it's not polluted, if it's been chemicalized, it's brokenhearted, or the spirit's not there. But the amazing thing about water, darling, is that it comes alive. You can bring the spirit of water back. You can reinvigorate the water. You can create love water. Okay. Now, what is amazing about love water is once you create your love water, and you keep feeding the love water love, the texture changes. It becomes silky. Seriously, it does, and even gets a pink hue. Now, this love water that I'm just beginning now, it is not activated yet. I haven't given it enough love or attention. But I want to show you the ways that I do that, because once you start your love water flowing, or you bring it to life, you can keep adding water, and then it gets silkier and silkier the more you keep loving it, and you just never let it go down to zero. You always keep adding, right? But you never drink out of the bottle because you don't want to get saliva or germs in there. You pour out of it. Okay, so we know that water loves to flow, right? It wants to be out in the bubbling through the forest, flowing as waves out in the sun. And we're drinking this water that's down in pipes, that's down going through all these sharp angles. It's being stored in the darkness, chemicalized, and there's no love and joy for the water. The place on earth that has the most energized water is a place, I believe it's Brazil. It's a place where the water comes pouring out of a mountaintop in this bubbling cascade of waterfalls. And the water is so highly energized there that people's auras who live there are like 5 feet. And you can measure this in terms of how strong a person's aura is related to the water that they're drinking. Okay, so because water needs to flow, I take this spoon, and in a jar that you like, you feel is good energy, I spin the water, spinning her, getting her to have some of the joy she likes. the bubbles, the spinning, the movement. Hello, I love you. I love you. You're so beautiful. And the other way, you know, because the water spins and it twists and spirals as it cascades down the mountain. It's a little waterfall right outside my door. I see her singing. She loves to make those sounds. She loves to sing, right? So energizing the water with what she loves to do. Like a child, if you never did anything that the child wanted to do, it would not be love. Even if you say, I love you, I love you, you're giving her what she likes, right? So I'll put this jar in the sun because I know she loves sun. I'll put it outside sometimes. This jar actually says love on it. I don't know if you can see that in clear nail polish. It says other things too, happiness and gratitude and joy. What else? Yes, it says all these things because we know the imprint, when they do experiments of the imprint of words on jars, will change the molecules of the water. So this is the other amazing thing. Water, there's these experiments. We know about those experiments where you energize the water and you send her love and the molecules change into these beautiful snowflakes, these beautiful mandalas, right? So if you're drinking love water, those molecules of the snowflake mandala pattern of flowers become you and how you feel, right? So I've got this little spoon here. I have a crystal, a beautiful top I put on the jar with a crystal that I energize with. I love you, I love you. I love you, I love you. Joy, 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 I love you. So you send your water joy. You're holding the bottle with both hands, putting my hands on her. I love you, thank you. Now in the jar I have, you can see some rose quartz, a sacred crystal. There's also this interesting black rock, I forgot its name, which does something really special to water. Okay, so you're giving the water love, right? Every time you drink, you hold your cup like this in your hands and pray, thank you, okay? Because this is the essence of life. This is God Goddess present here now as you, in you, right? That you're taking in. So when you take it in with gratitude and love, taking that pause, just like somebody who is hugging you or sending you love, changes the whole vibration of how that conversation goes. When you love your water, the conversation of how the water interacts in your body is totally different. I heard Guru Sadhguru talking about this, and he was saying that it's a tragic affair when the water doesn't love you. You don't love the water. You're just kind of abusing the water, and it abuses you back, not because it's malevolent, but because that's the structure of it. There's no mandalas in poisoned water, unhappy water. There's no beautiful flower patterns. It's just kind of weird shapes that when they go into you, no wonder we avoid water. So the other thing is, if you start putting some lemon slices available to put in your water, and you even sometimes when I want to drink a lot of water, I'll make like 7 glasses all with lemon in them in the beginning of the day, and then start giving them love and sending them love. Love water. Now, I know some of you might have been disappointed when you saw that title and you're like, ooh, love water. Is that the squirting that women do when they're really like orgasmically yeah, well, I have another channel. It's called Eve's Eden Divine Feminine channel, and it's about 740 videos there for that are really made to help women, but they're made for men to help bring them back to valuing the feminine and understanding the feminine. So you can go to that channel, Eve's Eden Divine Feminine channel, if you want to know about things like that, or check out Adina Rivers, who I think is amazing on these topics. But we're just talking about recipes and remedies for everything that weighs us down. So one of the reasons that we get weighed down and bloated is because actually we're retaining water. And if you drink more water, the funny thing is you'll pee more, it's true. but then you won't be retaining water as much. And also the thing about peeing too much that's annoying, once you start really taking in the water, it's sort of like a sponge. So when a sponge is dry, the water kind of, I don't know if that's a good analogy. Well, anyway, when you drink enough water for after a while, it won't be constantly the need to pee. You can drink a lot of water and it'll just be a regular, but you got to get your body used to it so you're absorbing the water instead of just pushing it out, throwing it off, like a dry sponge that just, water rolls off of, whereas a wet sponge that's already moistened can absorb the water in a different kind of way. It's a bad analogy. Okay, what else? Oh, so here we are, rituals and remedies for everything that weighs us down. We're going to have feasts together here and make love potions, all kinds of potions for gaining that lightness, okay? That freedom of movement, that spiritual awakening, that spiritual joy again. So that's the feminine, that's the divine feminine of Eve's Eden. Come on, eat the apple with me now. My name's Eve Christoph, and you know what? We just had it wrong. We thought we were afraid of wisdom, and now we know that wisdom and science, it's okay. It's okay. And we were afraid of sexuality. We were just afraid we would be too indulgent. Now we know it's that sexuality is that vital force that allows us all to be, in our pleasure and to have fun. So here we are in Eve's Eden. You're going to be finding with me more and more recipes, rituals, and remedies that bring back the feminine while we gain lightness. Now, I don't mean lightness in terms of whiteness, okay? I'm not talking about the color, because if patriarchy was characterized by the color white, well, matriarchy is characterized by the color black and the dense richness of the air. So the air, you would think, oh, the air, that should be white or that should be clear. But now science is talking about, I get a lot of my science stuff from Nassim Haramein, and I just love how he thinks about science. But he was talking about how the air really, in his calculations, it's dense. It's not this thing you just put your hand through and there's nothing there until you hit the solid thing. No, this air is we are in the density of air rather than the air is in the density of, I can't figure it out. Anyway, it's dense, it's full, it's rich and fertile, and that's the feminine energy for us, I believe. That's why the color black is such a great color, because it's all colors, right? And that's why air, when you look through the eternal air of space, it's not white, it's black. And that blackness, what it signifies is that everything, all molecules, all essences are in the air. We're breathing in every molecule from ancient times, right? So water being this deity, this incredible deity in space, right? Giving birth to fire. What? I love that. And this deity that's indestructible and that carries memory. They're talking about how water remembers everything. So you want to clear the water, right? And the water will remember the love you give it. So when you pee out this water, you pour out this water that you have loved, that has become you in all this love, it goes and it revitalizes the next water that it touches. Okay, so when you take a bath, do the same thing. Create love water. Pour a little bit of your love water into your bath, and then it'll wake up the whole thing. Give that bath water love. Then imagine getting into it and this energy that you've evoked. Okay, love water. Woohoo! Gaining lightness. Much love, darling. Here we go. It's an adventure. We're starting from the greatest, most important recipe of all is love water for bliss and joy, starting with water that you're going to have every day. Okay, love. Love life. Welcome home to Eden.